Stacey Ann, I need some tissue. Good lass. It's in my handbag. I got attacked, you know, last week. I got stabbed in the neck. See my neck? Got stabbed in the neck. A client stabbed me in the neck. He asked me for anal sex, and I don't do anal sex. When I said no, he said to me, "You are doing it. I've paid you for the hour. You're doing what I say, you bitch." And I said, "I don't think I fucking am." And he just went, "Fuck off," in my neck. Let me show you my babbies there. These are my little darlings, these. I'm going to show them my quails, because I breed these. I've been brought up around quails because the first foster home I had, they used to get in you go. They used to get quail eggs. I still want to meet this evening. What time do you? I've got a guy who I go to, Richard, right? He gets me to tie his mouth, duct tape him, put his hands behind his back with you know them plastic cable ties, put a bag over his head, then duct tape him all the way around so he can't move, and he likes me to, he's got these nipple clips, they're called, put them on his nipples and keep squeezing him and squeezing him. I can come out with like $2 grand from him, from an hour's session. The first time I worked, well, I used to be married to a woman in Hull before I went to my last prison sentence, and she was rattling for her drugs, and then she said to me, like, can you get me some money? And I said, how am I meant to get you money? She went, here, and she passed me a pack of Durex. And I said, what's that for? I'm a lesbian. No, she went, stand on that corner and you'll see what they're for. Then a car stopped and went, jump in, gorgeous. And then he went, what you offering? And I just said, well, what do you want? Because I didn't know. I didn't know how to say it or anything or how to go about it. And he said, well, I want everything. How much is that? And I said, 100 quid, and he gave me 100 quid. It was a bit of a buzz and a bit of an addiction going out. And I got addicted to the money, you know, the good money. Sorted. It's a shit day, but there's loads. Punters do come out on this weather. For some reason, it gets busy when it's like this. Yeah, let's go see what girls are out. One, two, three, 4 girls there. These are all Polish ones. I don't work. There's another one there. Bloody hell. That's 6 already, that's out. See, with all these, with competition, it'll take longer now for me to get my money. Do you know what I mean?
Where I'm from, Hartlepool, you get locked up if you stand on corners down my way. But it's allowed through here, because now you're getting in cars and things like that, and the police know what you're doing.
You all right, mate? Do you want business? 20 per hour, 30 cents or 40 for both.
I mean, there's so many different girls now. There's Polish, Yugoslav, come from everywhere. There's so many different girls down there. Now it's been legalised.
I've just got a call out to Wakefield, just off Junction 40. I've got to walk past the reception desk and I'll see the door for the lift from the stairs. Give him a ring with an idea of when I'll arrive, please.
What's he said he wants?
Do you really want to know what he wants? He wants me to shit on him. I'm not joking. That's the truth. That's what he wants me to do.
So how's that work?
Well, he buys me a curry from the shop to get me going and loads of crack. you know, to get me, because crack makes you go to the toilet. Pardon me. And then, yeah, just do that. And that's that.
I can do acrylic nail extensions, we have shellac, we do manicures, pedicures, spray tans, waxing, sunbeds obviously. But there's just people are not wanting to come into the area anymore, unfortunately. I opened it up 15, 16 years ago for my daughter. She was just finishing college. I thought it'd give her a good start in life. She did get assaulted by a prostitute probably about 6 years ago. She now doesn't want to come back. I think it makes her unsure about the area she's coming back in, and she's got 2 young daughters herself now. It's not as bad with the used condoms and needles outside now because they are cleaning the area up, but we are on the main drag of it, and it's not nice having to come to it. This is Tuesday and Wednesday. Beauty treatments, one there, then the rest of the week, just sunbeds, no beauty treatments, no beauty treatments. Friday's empty, Saturday's empty.
I moved into my street just in August when I got married, and already I've met a few people, and that's just really nice, and I don't think I've ever had that before. So this was me and a few friends on bonfire night, so we were just doing sparklers and just playing. But I really love this photo. It reminds me of where I live and the people that are around me, and it makes me happy. When people hear the term red light district, they imagine like a lot of glitz and glamour, and that's just not what it looks like. I remember the first woman that I saw, and she just looked very broken, to be honest. I think you're not necessarily going to be able to stop the women from working, but I think it's much better to work with them than to try and fight them. People have been upset by the managed zone. I guess it's hard living somewhere that seems like a bit of an experiment. I guess for me, I think it's a good thing keeping women safe.
That's how crackheads get bucky hands all the time. Pushing your ash and doing whatever. I have this every single night before I go out. Because it gives me confidence. Because I've got no self-confidence, got none whatsoever. Because I'm a crackhead. Well, I've got no choice really, have I, when I'm an addict? I've got to do it, haven't I? Otherwise I'll be rattling and I'd have to go grafting and, you know, shoplifting and things like that. And burglaries, which I don't want to get into. I've been there before, done it, wore the T-shirt and dried it back out again.
See, this stuff, the crack, this is what kills your money.
So you make my money?
Well, yeah. Your money, Paul. Your money. But first time I ever did it, I spewed my ringer up. But it's such a nice feeling, but you'd be sick, but it's nice, you know, it's a nice feeling. But after a few weeks of taking it, then it's just horrendous. What you go through, the withdrawal, the feeling you have when you don't have it, you'd be sick, you're cold, you're hot and cold, you shiver. I won't wish you on my worst enemy, it's horrible, horrible. Don't half get on your teeth as well, I tell you. My teeth are ruined because of it. Yeah.
So would you say you're friends now?
Oh, yeah, very close. Yeah, we're very close. She offered me business while I was sat on my doorstep last year. While I was talking to my neighbour, and she says, "Do you want business?" And I says, "Well, go on then, come in." So my neighbour went home, and it just escalated from that, really. And we've been friends ever since.
I love one of eight, a tenner bag and a tenner whiskey.
I feel sorry for her in a way, but because I care. That's what it is. I care.
Yeah, I'll be 2 minutes. All right, bye. With heroin, you lose your sex drive. You know, you don't want to have sex on heroin. You completely lose your sex drive. So if you're down there and you're having to sleep with someone, it's just awful. Absolutely awful.
Grab that for me. Don't be smoking it, because I've writ your neck. When I'm doing her hair, I dread it because she's my baby sister and I know why I'm doing it. I know that I'm doing it for a reason.
And what is the reason?
To go out shagging men for money. Dirty old men, perverts, half of them. Breaks my heart. I wish I could look after her, but it's just too expensive and she's becoming really bad on crack.
Hate it, me. Hate it. Well, if you need the money, don't you? And you go and do it. I'm fucking stupid. I'd love to just grab all the lasses, me, and shake sense into them and tell them to stop, but you can't, because everyone's got a problem, haven't they? Everyone's doing it for their own reason. Mental. Tell you. Even when I come home from rehab, instead of heading that way, I should have went that way. Instead of going right, I should have went left.
It's quite hard when you hear people say things like, oh, but they've chosen it, why don't they choose something else? Yeah, for some of the women they do choose it, but the cycle that they're in is far more complicated than a quick fix. I think it's naive to just tell them to stop working and to come off drugs. It's not that simple.
Police have launched a murder inquiry after the death of a young woman in a managed red light zone in Leeds.
A 21-year-old sex worker was savagely beaten in the Holbeck district in the area where sex workers are allowed to operate during certain hours.
Police say Daria Pionko was found seriously injured on an industrial estate in Holbeck in December. She died a short time later in hospital.
The night Daria got killed, I was out, I was talking to her, and then I went home because I'd got my money. And then that happened. It was like a kick up the arse to say, right, we need to stop very soon.
If I get in the car with a punter, she'll stand there and will not move until I get back with the punter. Proper paranoid, man. 26-year-old and she goes on like my 2-year-old. Proper protective of me, but that's good though. Two sisters look out for each other.
Now, police let off your case, it's a lot better, yeah? A lot better.
Do you feel safer here?
Not round here, because it's dodgy round here, but yeah, around there. Apart from what happened to me, other than that, yeah, I feel all right, yeah. But I'm a strong person, me, and I'm strong-minded, if you know what I mean. She's not a strong person.
Some of them can be right dicks. You'll get in the car, you'll go to a place where it's nice and quiet. Before you do the blowjob, you ask for the money. Some of them will be dickheads and try and pay you afterwards. And it doesn't work like that. You always get the money up front. You never know, they might just get the business and fuck you off. If anything does kick off, I can text them and tell them where I'm
at. I do worry, I constantly worry, like constantly on edge. What happens if I'm getting in that car and that's the very last car I ever get in? It could be, one day,